Welcome back to Chemistry Laboratory, Kabridahar University, Somali region, Ethiopia. This is Dr. Rajshekhar Medidi, Associate Professor in Chemistry Department, Kabridahar University. Today we will discuss about the new experiment, that is determination of percentage of moisture in food sample and also percentage of ash content in the food sample. So this experiment is basically belongs to the real sample analysis. So let us go to the experiment. A. To determine the percentage of moisture and the percentage of ash content in the food sample. That is the aim of the experiment. Coming to the apparatus, we need to have the porcelain crucible woven to heat the sample, and food sample is also taken, and the weighing machine. This is about the apparatus required. So the procedure now, it consists of two different parts, part A and part B. So part A is the determination of percentage of moisture in the food sample, whereas part B is the determination of the percentage of ash content in the food sample. So before we start this experiment, let us see what is the importance of moisture. Why we need to study the moisture in the food sample? That is the question here. So moisture is very important in the food sample because it increases the weight of the food and also it gives the appearance for the food. And along with that, moisture will give the taste and increases the texture of the food. So human body also consisting of water, maybe 75% of water is there in the body for adults. So water plays very important role. So it is called, water is called as a universal solvent, we can say. So moisture has its own influence in the food sample. It is very much needed for the food to contain, to make it wet all the time. So coming to the procedure now. So first we have to take the dry crucible. This is the crucible, porcelain crucible. It should be kept in the oven for some time to make it dry. Then weigh the empty crucible and note down the value. Now take the food sample. So this is the called as the food sample that is available in Ethiopia, Enjira. So approximately take the 5 grams of this sample. This is a local food, we can say. So take this Enjira and keep it in the this lid and weigh it again. So it will be having 5 grams extra because of food sample. Now this Enjira with the food, this crucible with the food sample kept in the oven for overnight or 8 hours minimum. So after getting inside the oven for 8 hours, the next day morning take out the sample and make it cool in a desiccator and weigh the measure the weight of the crucible. Definitely the weight of the sample before and after will be decreased because the moisture present inside the food sample will be evaporated. So that's why the lid is the crucible is kept inside the oven without containing the lid. So this is about the procedure, simple procedure. So the loss of weight will be determines the amount of moisture present inside the food sample. That's it. So let us see the calculations here, very simple calculations. The formula here is for calculating the percentage of moisture, that is W2 minus W3 by W2 minus W1 into 100. So here we can say W1 is the weight of the empty crucible plus lid. We got the value, we have done already the first batch. The W1 weight is 92.980 grams, empty crucible weight, and W2 is equals to weight of the crucible plus lid plus sample. That gives 97.980 grams. And finally W3 is equals to weight of the crucible plus food after heating it inside the oven. The value we got it as 94.830 grams. This is about the values. So after incorporating these values into the formula, we get W2 minus W3 by W2 minus W1 into 100 is equals to 3.15 by 5 into 100. That gives the 63%. That means the Enjira food sample of 5 grams contains 63% of moisture. This is about part A. And coming to the part B now, part B is extension of part A. So in part B, we have to determine the percentage of ash present inside the food sample. So continue the same experiment and keep this the same sample with the lid inside the muffle furnace for 550 degrees centigrade and keep it watch for some time, maybe 1 or 2 hours. After that you can see, open the oven and check, open the muffle furnace and check. The sample maybe if it is, it may be like this. Suppose if the sample becomes black color, it indicates that it contains salts in the sample, food sample. So that we can add some water, make it stir it together, make it as a paste, and again heat it in the water bath to remove the water content. Again heat it in the same upper furnace like previously. So finally, after heating in the muffle furnace for some time, you can see that the water will be evaporated completely. We can find the white color ash is formed. That is nothing but ash content present inside the food sample after heating in the muffle furnace. So that is the weight what we got after doing that. After going into the muffle furnace is 0.14 grams. Now coming to the calculation part, percentage of ash is equals to weight of the ash by weight of the sample into 100. Simply we got the weight of the ash is 0.14 and weight of the sample is 5 grams and into multiplied by 100 is equals to 2.8%. This is about the ash content. That means the Enjira food sample contains 2.8% of ash content. And here in the first part A, we have find out the percentage of moisture. That is, we got as 63% of moisture is there in the food sample. And also there is another calculation, that is percentage of total solids, that can be calculated by taking 100 minus percentage of moisture. That gives 37% of total solids. So from this experiment we found out that the food sample Enjira contains 63% of moisture content and 37% of total solids, and finally the ash content is 2.8%. This is about the experiment.